Hi, I'm Subu bringing crafting to you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for dropping by. My customers will receive from me this time and they can choose whether they want the gold edition or the silver edition that I'm making today. It contains three beautiful tags with the gorgeous black beauty, I think it's called DSP in it. So I will be providing everything you need to make this for yourself. So the packs come with everything in, the ribbons, all the card that you need. It is all scored, as you will see as I work on this one. So you can choose either, I'm calling it just gold or silver, so you can just get in touch with me when you've placed an order and say whether you'd like the gold or silver. And it's got embossing on it. Now, I cannot send you the embossing. I will send the card to make this here. And of course your words on there, on your sentiment, and then we've got one on the front as well. Now this one is in clearing, so this is part of the I think it's called Traditional Christmas box, and it's in clearing, so you can get that. There's 6 sentiments, there's 2 ink spots, there's a block and a punch, so it's a lovely set to have. This sentiment is from For Unto Us in the catalogue, annual catalogue. The Merry Christmas, again, this is from the Joy of Sharing, and again this is in the clearance, and it comes as a whole set that you can make cards with, and it's absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend this because I've done no end with this. If you look at past videos, you will see how much I've used this. I do need my Merry Christmas because I need that for my tags, so I'm going to mark that up. So they're the things that I've used, but you can use whatever you've got in your stash to create your labels. So if you've got a nice Merry Christmas and you've got something that you could put there, you might not want to put, like I have done and put words, you might want to put a picture there. So you can do what you want, but I've given you the card and I've given you a 2-inch square for the front so that you can do whatever you want with that. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on. So as I say, I've given you everything that you need, but I will go through if you want to make this without being one of my customers. So I started off with a piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. Now I did, when I made this one, this is slightly smaller, and I found the tag bits caught at either side, so I cut them smaller, but now I've just added a little bit extra on this one. So as I say, it's 5 1/4 going across the top and 4 1/4 down. You're going to score on the long side at 2 7/8. Now don't worry about this, because when you put it in, you'll get it there. Then I want you to rotate it round and score again at 2 7/8, and it will come there. So this will give you the right size. Now I just need to burnish your score lines, and of course I've rounded everything that you see that I'm picking up. You will be getting, so your corners will be rounded and everything. Okay, so I've given you the pieces to stick on. Now this is some old DSP. There's lots of silver DSP in the new one. This is an old pattern that we had last year, but of course if you are my customers you will be getting this, so you haven't got to worry because you will get everything you need to make this. I'm just looking for the last piece. I'm just deciding which ones I want. So I think I might have that one for the front, so I'm going to do the front first, deciding on which ones I want for the front. So this is gorgeous paper. I want to say it feels like frost, but I'm not sure whether that's what it was called. It got photographs on one side and the silver foil on the other. So just want you to put it on with equal increments, top and bottom, and this edge. Okay, and then we'll have this one for the back. And so I saved this paper, just thought it was lovely, and so I am using it. So if you were needing to have the DSP sizes, and of course I've rounded all these with the trio punch. So the size of the DSP is 2 1/8. Sorry, no, it's 2 1/4 by 4 1/8, and then I've got 2 little pieces that I'm going to stick down the centre. Where is it? There. And these are 4 1/8 by 3/8. So we're just going to stick this down here. So you can choose whichever one you want to use. I'm going to use this one. It doesn't really matter which one you use. Oh dear. I'm going to now bend it the wrong way because that's now going to be the inside and I'm going to do the outside. So what I usually do is a little bit of tear and tape. I forgot to put my my actual ribbon on, so I'm going to do a little bit of tear and tape. Make sure it's as level as you can. I'm just going to eyeball it really. So I go and just a bit in the middle there. Okay, so of course you'll get everything, as I say, so you'll get the ribbon and everything. So let's peel off the backs of that. So just ahead of myself with not putting that on. So I'm going to use the piece of my ribbon and I'm just going to find the centre. Now this is the beautiful shimmer ribbon, so just going to put that there so I can actually lower it slightly. I think let's just lower it slightly. I only need it to catch a bit on it, so if I've not got that centered, it's not too bad. Just check that I've got that middle again. There's the middle, and I think that's roughly about the middle. I'm just going to make sure that that's there and that. So this is the grey granite shimmer ribbon, absolutely gorgeous. Just make sure that will bend all right. And then we'll put these now on the front. So it won't matter which of your papers you use, you're just going to put your round edges to your round edges. So let's have a look at that other piece. It doesn't really matter. I think I'll put this at the back here. So just making sure you've got those equal increments all the way round, and then on this one as well. So I have a terrible time at not using the foil. However, on this paper, I have actually used the other side for the tags. So we're going to use that. So this is, as I say, 4 1/8 by 3/8, just so that that goes in the middle like that. Okay, there we go. So that's your book part done, and I've even scored you all this. So we're going to burnish your score lines on this. So this is the bottom one that's got all the score marks on. So this piece is 4 1/8 by 2.5, and you're going to score on 3 sides, 1/2 inch and 1 inch all the way round. But yours will be done for you if you're shopping with me, and you'll just have to do the burnish and creasing. Then I'm just going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut just slightly to the left of my score line, and I'm going to cut the same on this and then cut that off, and then I'm just going to wedge that either side like that, and then I will cut this totally off, so that just there, don't cut your tab up. So there, I'm going to do that there, and then we're just going to notch in the outside. Okay, and then we'll repeat the other side. So I'm going to cut up the score line to the second score line, and then do the same on this part. I will wedge off, so you saw that I cut all that piece off. I'm going to wedge that off completely this time, and then cut that, and then I'm going to wedge this piece either side. Okay, so that's how your piece should look when you're finished. Now I'm getting some strong tape, some strong liner tape, because I don't want this coming off, so I'm using the very strong liner tape, and I'm just going to put this, you want to put this on the outside tab only. So I'm going to put piece there. Now I don't cut with my best scissors, so I always have another pair of scissors on hand so that I can cut that, and then I'm going to do the other one here. You can of course glue this with wet glue, it's just I'm on camera and I want it to just do quickly, so I'm going to do that. And then again at this side I'm going to do the outside. So another colour that I'm using that is retired, but you could use balmy blue with the silvery paper that's current, that's 6 by 6. This was only 12 by that is 12 by 12 in the catalogue. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a silver foil paper if you look through at all the DSP. So you could, it's probably got something similar in there. Right, again I will do on the outside of the bottom one. It's really funny because I'm trying, because I did this on my Facebook page, but I did it live. I keep thinking people are going to comment, but I've redone this because I'm doing the silver version, and I of course now you want to do your tab, so I'll do that. Oops, only on the mat. And so I'm annoyed because Facebook have changed things, that when I film live, instead of being able to upload it, well, download it to my phone and upload it straight away to YouTube, they've stopped that feature. So I've got to then get my laptop out and mess about with downloading it on there, wait for it to download, then I've got to get on my YouTube on my laptop, so it's becoming a real faff. So I'm going to see if I can do it this way. Right, burnish down your tape. Obviously if you're using glue you won't have to do this. Okay, and then with my poker tool I'm going to fetch off my release tape. So I do wish that they'd kept this pokey tool. I am getting a take your pick tool, so that I will be able to use that. It's all static sticking to it. There we go. So that's there, and that's there, and then I'm going to do the same this side and this side. Okay. So I'm hoping that I've got enough memory in my camera, and that's why I started doing live, so that it didn't have any trouble loading to my phone filming, because I run out of memory. Okay, so what we're going to do is fold down. So I'll fold down your tab and bring that up to make it square like that. Do the same at the other side, so you're bringing down and getting your corners square, just pressing your tab. Then you're going to press these two in and bring up. Now make sure that they remain square, so otherwise it won't look very good. So sometimes I do it down on the table just to make sure that that is square. Yeah, that's no problem. So I'm going to bring back in my back of my tab holder, and I'm bringing this down as far as I can. So I will show you in a minute where I've positioned the tag holder. In fact, I'm going to bring it a little bit either side. Okay. And I'll show you positioning better when I've got this. Right, so what I've done is I'm positioning it so I've got a little bit of my paper showing. I've got some paper showing like that, and then, oh, that's gone a little bit wonky. If you're careful and don't stick it down too much, you can gently remove it and do it. So that's okay. And then the top piece now, that's the top piece that you've got, you're just going to burnish your score lines, so everything will be done for you. So you'll just have to do the folding like I'm doing, and if you've got any rough edges, just go round with your bone folder and that will smooth those edges down. Okay, I'm just going to put my strong adhesive tape. This would be great with the Snail Plus, to be honest, and much quicker to do rather than having to do all this. So I'm going to put that there, and then that's there. Okay, so just on that outside tab. So that's ready to go in position, but I'm not going to do that yet. We're going to go on to the tags. Now I have done one already, so that's ready to go in position. And then we can actually now see, I'd forgot I'd done a tag, so we can see. So I'm going to peel off the back of these tape, and then I can put this in position to make sure it's level with the bottom. I think that's about right. I'll just gently put that down. We could afford to go a little bit higher, so I'm going to bend it like that, and then, and you see me, I'm almost off camera. There we go. We're going to bend it and stick it as equal as we can. There, I think. Let's just have a look. That's looking okay. So that will fold down like that, and the bottom. So I've got about an equal increment there as I have there. Okay, so we'll lift that up and move that out of the way. Right, now for the tag. So I will have done you one tag like that and a blue one. Now do the wrong side and the wrong side. So you're going to put these two together If you wanted to use the foil side, that's entirely up to you, because it will be you making it. It will fit on, but this is the back side of the tag, so I'm just putting this on top so that I have a front side of the tag. Just make sure you get the tags exactly to sit on top of one another. Just check from the back. This is the best side here. So you've got a lovely side showing there and a lovely side showing here. And then you've got all these, everything's coming with it. So you've got your stars, and I'm just going to put some glue in the middle of my star and put that near the top of your tag like that. So it's really just the middle that I've fixed down, and doing the same with the bottom. And that's going to, just so that you've got a top and bottom like that. And then I'm going to use my dimensionals on my deer. So this was the Wonder and Wishes, or Wishes and Wonder it was called, and I'm allowed to send you die cuts. I'm not allowed to send you stamped images, but I am allowed to send you die cuts, ribbon, DSP, so that's within our angel policy. So just going to put one up there, and then I'm going to peel these off, and then we're going to sit my deer about there so that he's on top like that. So you can place it any way you want, it's not wrong. So then we're just going to pop the two ribbons together, and then I'm going to put that through the back. Then we're going to pull those two there. That will come over the top. Just pull it till you're happy with it, and then just use some really sharp scissors just to angle your ribbon like that. Okay, now we've got, you'll find you've got some odd pieces of the blue. This is Seaside Sprays. As I say, this is no longer available, but of course, as my customer, you will be getting everything. So you don't have to worry, it's no longer in the actual Stampin' Up to be able to buy in the catalogue, because I'm supplying this as a thank you gift for buying with me. You will also get a product from Stampin' Up. Depending on how much money you spend with me, that will be dictating what sort of product you get. So put that one there. Oh, and I forgot, oh dear, I forgot to use my buddy. So I'm just going to hope that one's going to turn out. If it doesn't, I will redo it, but I'm going to use, this is Versamart that I'm doing this with, the Merry Christmas, out of joy of sharing. Just do that and get that as straight as I can. I think I've stuck that a bit high, so I'm going to do it on the other side. So let me get my, it's when you're not on top of it, because I've got the camera in the way, I'm not quite seeing the correct positioning. So I think that one's okay. And I'm not going to risk this one. I think I'm going to turn that one over as well and use my Stampin' Emboss buddy. If you haven't got one of these, unfortunately, Stampin' Up don't sell them anymore, but baby powder works. So you could put in a baby sock, buy a pair of baby socks and put it in there. That'd be fine. Okay, so now I'm just going to get my silver emboss powder. I don't know what's on there. Silver emboss powder, and you just pour it on the top. And then I pour as much as I can back into my pot, and then I will use, I don't know what's on there, use my paper to do that. Just flick it to get any excess off. Just got a smidge in there that I'm going to just fetch off with my nail because I don't want that to spot. Okay, and now I'm going to use my heat tool, so this will be a bit noisy. Fortunately, I don't think I can put this on pause, so I'm going to just do a Merry Christmas. So that's number 1 done, and then just going to do number 2. So just pour that on there, just do that down. Oops, has that gone okay? Now that's smudged out. Just going to have to do a little bit more. Whoops, a bit more, and let's flick it. Okay, and there's just a smudge of the Y there, a little bit under Merry Christmas, so that's okay now. So again, I'm going to do the same, just going to heat emboss this. Now I've already done the Merry Christmas for the front. I've already done that, so that's something I haven't got to do. I've just got to do the inside one, so hopefully that's it. That's that one. Right, so we'll just carry on with the embossing. So you'll have a piece like this that's got no scoring on, and we're just going to do Hark the Herald Angels Sing. So I just going to put this on my stamping block. So I use the stamping blocks that come with all the kits. So the kits are a great way to get going with. If you've never done stamping before and you're not sure whether you're going to like it, the kits are a great way to actually get going and seeing if you like it, because everything comes with them. So you haven't got to buy anything extra. All you'd really need is a pair of scissors, bone folder. I do like a pokey tool because I just think that they are so handy. So I'm just going to put this in the centre. Hopefully I've got that okay. Oh, and I've forgot my embossing buddy. I always do it all the time. Well, we'll risk it and see how it comes out. So we'll see if it's all right without the embossing buddy. Okay, there seems to be something up there, so I'm just going to remove that. And so a little bit on there. That's it, that's not too bad. And just flick it to get rid of any more. So I'll just do this as the final one now. So if you've never seen the embossing, it's very hard to show on camera, but if you have a look on my Facebook page, you will see the gold one that I made, and you'll see me embossing on camera on that one. So that's lovely. So we've got the Hark the Herald Angel. So I just need to put the lid on my Versamark. I'm just going to move things out of the way because all the embossing is now done, and I just need to move the powder out of my way. So you don't waste any of that. This is why I've got a piece of photocopy paper underneath, and then I just get rid of bits that's on there, and you just do yourself like a little funnel, and you pour that back into there. I'm not going to faff too much, I will do that a little bit later. Okay, so I'll put that out of the way and I will put that there. Okay, I've got a little bit of paste there, but we'll work round that. So let's just knock it off actually, because I don't want it to go on there. Okay, so we'll bring back in this, and we've got Hark the Herald Angel there. So I'm going to place that on there, and if you've used the side where you've got bits coming up, just go round with your bone folder to smooth them down. That'll be fine. So I'm going to place this in the centre. Now, if you watch my video that I made with this one, you'll see why I put that down there and why I decided to do a sentiment inside. So your cards sometimes can curl a bit with heat embossing, so I'm just pressing that down. Okay, so I'll just move that out of the way and bring back in the tag that I've completed. And what I'm going to do with this tag is I'm going to cut it at an angle, and then I'm going to cut it at an angle like that. I'll probably cut that a bit too wide of an angle, so I'm just going to give it angles on either side. So just going to cut it like that and then cut it like that, and then mine is sticking up a little bit, so I'm just going to go with my bone folder and smooth that out. Okay, so that's done. And then I did put, I think, yeah, I've just got some square ones just to, you could put a couple of dimensions on. I've just got some that I'm trying to use up, so they fit perfectly, but a couple of dimensions would have been better. And then I've just put this at an angle, going like that. Now, if it sticks over, so you're getting that little bit of sticking over, I just went in and just cut a little bit more off the angles so that it came more in line with the edge of the tag and not sticking over, so that when it's in the like that, it's not going either side, so you're not going to get dog-eared on there. So that's two done. And then our last one, so as again we are putting the glue on the back, which I hate covering up the foil. Find it very difficult not to use the foil. So there we go. And again, we're just making sure this is the back part, so we're putting the two back parts together. So make sure that you've got them identical on, going back to the front. And then we want the two stars. So there's one of my stars. Again, we're just going to put that on there. You don't have to put these stars in exactly the same position if you want to make the tag slightly different with what I've given you, or even add more things from your stash, you can do. It's yours. So, right, I want two bigger Stampin' Up dimensionals for the back of his body. So one there and one about there, and then I want a mini on his head. Okay, so there, and then just peel the backs off there and put our, and you can position your deer exactly how you want it to go. And again, I need my piece of ribbon. So beautiful ribbon, this, absolutely stunning. Nice to tie bows with as well. So putting that through. So as I say, so you get 3 tags to make, and the tag folder to make. Okay, and that will be my thank you gift to my customers that shop from now until the end of October. Okay, so we've got that, and then come in with our Merry Christmas. So again, I'm just going to cut it at an angle and cut it at an angle and go, and same on this side, so just cutting that at an angle and then cutting that at an angle. I'm then going in, because I use the back side, and just smoothing down those rough edges. Okay, I'm just feeling that that wants a little bit more going that way. Okay, that's fine. And then we're just going to stick that with, I've just got some pads that I'm using up. They're very sticky and horrible, these, so I'm just using them up, and that was a good way to use them up on this. So sticking my Merry Christmas at an angle, so that will be fine. Okay, and then that's there. Now on the front I have already, so you didn't have to hear this one, and I'll just stick one on here to be quick. I've done the cutout with the punch, and done one of the stamps with Versamark again, and done it with the, see what I mean about these, bit of a mess. So we're going to close that, and I'm going to stick that in the middle roughly. So I just thought that was nice for the front. So you could make this and give it as a gift. So the other thing I've done is I've given you 2 bits of the DSP that if you choose, you might have a spare bit, you might not. I managed to get 2 out, so I've got a spare bit there. But if you wanted to put a little bit of the DSP sort of there to make it less plain, you could do that. I've given you 1 for the top and 1 for the bottom. I'm going to leave mine plain because I just want to tie it up so that you can see. So just make sure your ribbon tucks out of the way, so you can tuck it round there, bring that down, and then that will be fine there. You're going to tie these up in a nice bow, and as I say, you could give this a gift or keep it for yourself. It doesn't really matter. Have I done this the wrong way so it doesn't want it to show? My bow tags to come this way. So, okay. Hopefully I've done that right. So, there we go. So I'll fiddle about with that bow later. But I just want to finish it off. Then you can just snip those, but I hope you like that. So as I say, my customers, you can choose whether you want to make the silver one or you want to make the gold one. As soon as you've placed an order, you can email me or drop me a message in. I will know, I can see whether you've placed an order or not, and you just got to let me know, or I'll contact you and ask you whether you want the silver or gold. Thank you very much. Do appreciate if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and press the notification bell so that you will have other future videos. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay well. Bye.